What's up everyone, it's Bones here. In today's video, I'll be finishing up my Battles of Legends Crystal Revenge videos with the Advanced Crystal Beast cards that we'll be getting. But before I begin, if you happen to enjoy content like this, clicking on those thumbs up and subscribe buttons would be greatly appreciated, as it goes a long way in supporting the channel and shows me that you like content like this. To begin, I'll start by reading Cobalt Eagle, which is the first of the 7 retrains, and it reads, if Advanced Dark is not in the field zone, send this monster to the graveyard. So keep in mind all Advanced Crystal Beasts have that, and you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, add 1 Advanced Dark from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, you can target 1 Advanced Crystal Beast card you control, return it to the hand, or place it on top of the deck. If this card is destroyed in a monster zone, you can place it face up in your spell and trap zone as a continuous spell instead of sending it to the graveyard. So keep in mind all other Advanced Crystal Beasts have that effect as well. The only difference is what they can do on a once per turn basis. So I'll start this combo here by using the Cobalt Eagle, and we're going to search our Advanced Dark. We're going to activate it off the bat so we don't forget, and from there we're going to activate the Rainbow Bridge, which will be able to add us a Crystal Bond, and then we can use the Crystal Bond in order to search the Pegasus and put the Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon in our spell and trap zone. From there we'll use its effect, which will allow us to special summon a Crystal Beast here. Make sure to get one of a different typing in order to continue this line of play, but as you'll see, we'll also add the Rainbow Dragon. We'll now normal summon the Pegasus, and this will be able to put the Advanced Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus into the spell and trap zone, and it reads, if Advanced Dark is not on the field zone, send this monster to the graveyard. If this card is summoned, you can place one of your Advanced Crystal Beast monsters that is banished or in your hand, deck, or graveyard face up in your spell and trap zone as a continuous spell. If this face up card is destroyed in a monster zone, you can place it face up in your spell and trap zone as a continuous spell instead of sending it to the graveyard. So from here we're going to use the Awakening, and now we can reveal the Rainbow Dragon, and now we can special summon another Crystal Beast, which will be getting Advanced Crystal Beast Ruby Carbuncle, and it reads, if Advanced Dark is not on the field zone, send this monster to the graveyard like the other ones. If this face up card is destroyed in a monster zone, you can place it face up in your spell and trap zone as a continuous spell instead of sending it to the graveyard like the other ones. And while this card is treated as a continuous spell, you can special summon this card. Then you can special summon as many Advanced Crystal Beast monster cards as possible from your spell and trap zones. You can only use this effect of Carbuncle once per turn. And you'll wonder why we're special summoning it from the deck instead of equipping it with the Pegasus, but you'll see momentarily here, as I'm going to now use the bridge here, and the bridge will be what lets us destroy the Carbuncle, and from there we can add the Crystal Miracle to our hand. Then we can use the Carbuncle effect, and this will give us 2 extra monsters, along with the Pegasus that's special summoned, being able to equip or put another Advanced Crystal Beast into the spell and trap zone as we get the Tortoise. And this one reads, if Advanced Dark is not in a field zone, send this monster to the graveyard. Once per turn, quick effect, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field, change its battle position. So, not that great of an effect, but it is a quick effect and it is an aim. And if this face-up card in a monster zone is destroyed, you can place it face-up in your spell and trap zone as a continuous spell instead of sending it to your graveyard. So, from here we're going to go into our Curious with 3 Crystal Beasts of different types. And now we can send the Salvation here, and then we're going to chain the Salvation to the Curious so that we don't mill any of our field spells here. And I'm going to add the Necro Valley, and you'll see that we are on the Bestial package. I understand that it conflicts, but I do think because of the format it calls for it. So you are going to see that I'm going to end on Necro Valley plus a Bestial monster, which isn't ideal, but it's just something I feel you have to do this format. And from here we're going to mill the 3 with the Curious, and then we're going to go into our Appaloosa, special summon our Rainbow Dragon, then we can banish all of the materials for the Rainbow Dragon Overdrive, and you can also go into the other fusion if you would like, depending on the situation. But I think if you're going first, it's better to play the safe game and not invest all of your resources for the quick effect shuffle. From here, because we have the extra normal of the bridge, we're going to use that to normal summon the Pegasus, equip the Carbuncle from the graveyard, and then we're going to set the Crystal Miracle. We can then activate the Necro Valley, and this will pretty much be our end board. So to go over the other ones that I haven't read, we have Advanced Crystal Beast Amber Mammoth, and this one is also a beast, level 4, and it reads, if Advanced Dark is not on the field zone, send this monster to the graveyard. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets your Advanced Crystal Beast cards, or Advanced Dark, quick effect, you can negate the activation. Once per turn, when your Advanced Crystal Beast monster is targeted for an attack, you can negate that attack. If this face-up card is destroyed in a monster zone, you can place it face-up in your spell and trap zone as a continuous spell instead of sending it to the graveyard. So, again, probably like you've noticed with a couple of these effects, another card that is so close to being really good, but the fact that it limits what you can negate via it having to target does hamper how good this card is. Then we have the Advanced Crystal Beast Topaz Tiger, and this one has the same effects of sending itself to the graveyard if Advanced Dark is not on the field, and if it gets destroyed, it goes to the spell and trap zone as a continuous spell. But the additional effect of this one is that all Advanced Crystal Beast monsters you control gain 400 attack and defense. Also, monsters your opponent control lose 400 attack and defense. For the last one, we have Amethyst Cat, and like the others, if you don't control Advanced Dark, you send it to the graveyard. If it gets destroyed in a monster zone, you can place it in your spell and trap zone as a continuous spell instead of sending it to the graveyard. But its quote-unquote unique effect is that your Advanced Crystal Beast monsters can attack directly. I don't know why they didn't just make it Crystal Beasts in general, but when they do so using this effect, the battle damage inflicted to your opponent is halved, which is sadly another downside this card has. But now that we've gotten all of the names out of the way, I'm just going to take you through the deck profile. And to begin here, we have the 3 Sapphire Pegasus, the 2 Rainbow Dragons, the 2 Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragons. Then we have the 1 Tortoise, the 1 Advanced Crystal Beast Cobalt Eagle, the 1 Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus, the advanced one, the Advanced Crystal Beast Carbuncle, the Advanced Crystal Beast Tortoise. We then have the Rainbow Dragon, the OG Carbuncle. We then have Noble Knight's Shield Bearer, which is basically a searcher for your Pegasus, or your Advanced Pegasus, and you can do so by banishing it from your hand or field. But it also has the additional effect that if it's normal or special summoned, you can banish 1 light from your graveyard to draw a card. As for the Bestial package, it is a small one. I wanted to keep the deck at 40, and it does conflict with Necro Valley. Depends on what you want to do, but this is just the ratio I went with. You can definitely increase it though. Then we have the 3 Prosperity, the 3 Crystal Bond, the 3 Bridge of the Heart, the 3 Rainbow Bridge, the 1 Crystal Miracle, the 1 Salvation, the 3 Awakening, the 3 Foolish Burial Goods, and for the field spells we have 1 Mine, 1 Advanced Dark, and the Necro Valley to round out the main deck. Onto the extra deck, we have the Underworld Goddess, Appaloosa, Skulldread, Nightmare Griffin, along with the Curious, which in the combo, if you saw, you could have also gone for Griffin and get back one of your spells or traps. But Appaloosa is probably always better going first. We then have the Nightmare Unicorn, Cherubini to send you a level 3. We then have IP Masquerena, the Cross Sheep, which can be a solid extender, providing the setup. Then we have the Dugaris, Aguska, Abyss Dweller, Zeus, the Rainbow Dragon Overdrive, and the Rainbow Overdragon to round out the deck profile. Anyways, if you made it this far into the video, I thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them down below. It's Bones, signing out.